With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Jay Lee gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's making his big league debut here on the mound. He's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He's going to have a lot of nerves. He's going to have to be able to contain all of that so he can go out and be effective. It's going to be tough to do, and that may be his biggest challenge all game long.
Nolan Arenado makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we're underway in St. Louis. Eric Harris, we take a look at this Cardinal ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
And this will be their last home game for quite a while. They're about to head out on a long road trip, so they'll be wanting to get out of here with at least another victory under their belts.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Belted high in the air out to left. Ranging back is Borges, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll pull in there with a double to start out the ball game.
Boy, he just about kicked this one off with a bang. This one had a pretty good chance of getting out of here, but he'll wind up settling for a double off the wall and an explosive start to this game.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his second double of this young season. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Yeah, Rusty Valentine. What a great name. Besides that, he's known for being pretty spot on when it comes to calling pitches on the corners. If he misses one, it's usually up or down.
With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's one of the tougher outs around, and he's among the on-base percentage leaders in the National League. He brings a very patient approach to the plate, and he's not afraid to take a walk if he doesn't get what he wants. That, and he's a very solid hitter as well.
Sammy Sosa comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
1 out and a runner on second base. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Working away pretty much exclusively here so far.
And I don't think they're doing it to set up anything on the inside part of the plate. I doubt they're going to give him anything to pull.
2-1. Here it is. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. And here is strike 3 called on the fastball. Looked to be about eye level, but it's out number 2 instead. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Into the seats, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So they get a man to second here in the top half, but he's stranded there. It's the Cubs nothing, Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Number 19 is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, real exciting for him in his last start. Recorded his first big league win. They gave him the ball after the game. We'll see if he can get number 2 here.
David Lee comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, David Lee.
A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
That's in there on the outer half, 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And these long at-bats give you a good sense of what a guy's featuring here in the first inning.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, this ball club really needs Yadier Molina to find his swing. He's just not doing a good job of getting on base. His on-base percentage is under 250. He just needs to start having better at-bats, be more patient, try to work the count, make an adjustment in his swing. Do something to get on.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing off. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot. And he comes through big time right here with a first inning single.
Michael Lee will stand in, and you see the average there, up over 300 to start the new season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Runner at first here, one man out. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
There goes Jay. Pitch outside, the throw. And it'll be right on the bag as Montero nails him trying to take second.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Now he's going to try to press his luck and take second, but a good throw cuts him down.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Alcantara ranging back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis with no score. Javier Baez will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
It doesn't look like the nerves are getting to him so far. He looks pretty good out there.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Let's take you through that at-bat right here on the show track. Now you're going to see he'll start things off with a nice slider. But he's not going to double that pitch up. He's going to keep that one in his back pocket for a little while until he needs it again. Then after a little bit of a battle, goes back to that slider and finishes him off.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The batting average clearly not where he wants it to be. No home runs just yet, and 3 driven in. No score here as we play inning number 2. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
If you can locate that pitch with movement on the inside corner, nobody's touching that thing. I mean, that's as good as it gets right there.
Here's Arizmendi Alcantara as he'll take a look at ball one. Two out, nobody on. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
A ball and two strikes to count now with the bases empty and two away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. Number 3 will dig in now, and he, like many others, was held hitless in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
And that misses 2-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, you remember growing up, right field wasn't a very important position. But here at this level, it's as important as any. And this man plays it as well as anybody. Very reliable, covers ground, always makes a routine play.
Mark McGuire will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he misses with it. 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Line drive to center field, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Batting 6th, second baseman.
Just a fantastic catch out there by the outfielder, and the one guy that's more excited about it than the guy who caught the ball is the pitcher. He knows that that one could have been extra bases.
Standing in now, Nick Savage. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 2 home runs and 3 driven in. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Chris Coughlin will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Grounded back up the middle. And this will continue on untouched into center field. Just went right past him. So with the leadoff man aboard, we take a trip into the recent past here as we call on our graphic for today's edition of This Date in Baseball History. Number 19 will get his first cuts here. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Not the right time to lose the strike zone here.
Definitely not when you've got a guy giving himself up.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Sacrifice attempt here, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Nolan Arenado as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Third inning, no score to this point. High and away, not close. 3-0.
Well, he's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a change up there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
And the count will be full. Runner at second here with one man out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Ben Zobrist is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Pitch rides in on him here as this is popped weakly toward the left side of the infield.
He got caught in a situation where he had to protect with 2 strikes. He's probably fortunate he even got wood on this one, but it didn't matter much as this turns into an easy little soft liner.
Stepping in now, Sammy Sosa, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We've played 2.5. No score on the show. Back alongside Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Yadier Molina to start things out for the Cardinals here in their half of the inning. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Chopped foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. On the ground to the left side. Gloved by Arenado. And he's set down, 1 away.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Peter Borges.
Peter Borges will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
Belted out toward deep center field. Alcantara going back on it. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Yeah, both these 2 starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd.
Into the box, Jay Lee. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. That's to first. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Anthony Rizzo is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's in there for strike one. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And he takes strike three cold on the fastball. One gone. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And my gracious, look at that comparison. Both guys into triple digits. That is some serious, serious gas. Javier Baez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to learn that harder isn't always better. You've got to be able to dial that fastball down a few miles an hour and make sure you keep it in the strike zone.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. First things first, here's a throw over. And a dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Now a throw over, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Runners on first with one down. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Throw over to first. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Arizmendi Alcantara as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Three and 0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Chris Coghlan gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Hit hard back up the middle. Speared on the dive. Throw to second in time. What a play as the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back at Busch Stadium right after this. David Lee is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And he lays off there, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And another foul ball. Looking to avoid his first walk. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Now in a scoreless game, I've got a hunch he may get a green light here. They may want to try and get something started that way.
John Jay is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Not a bad time to go there. He just walked you. Now he's falling behind the next guy. So you figure he's going to be focused on trying to throw a strike more than he is keeping someone close.
No one out with a runner at second. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. A runner at second, nobody out. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Now a look and a throw back to second, and the runner back easily. Set to deal on 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Sosa moves over. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay throw, and he is in there.
Yeah, a ball hit pretty well that time, but it hung up long enough for him to run it down in the alley. Good news, though, is that runner on second, he was able to tag up and make it to third now with only one out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Lee. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Well, a fly ball again here this time would be just what the doctor ordered, because a sac fly here would give him the lead.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Boy, and right here, just a ground ball is going to get you a run. And more than that, it gets you the lead in this game. So you've got to find a way to put that ball in play.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
One and two, here it comes. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over there at third base. so they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
Number 3 stands in. First offering on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this in 2 away.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. To 2-0 now as he hits with a runner at third and 2 away.
With the runner at third, 2 away, I think they're just being awfully careful right here.
No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And with 2 away and an open base, he wasn't going to see anything there, as that's a 4-pitch walk.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll get back in standing. In now, Mark McGuire, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
When you look at the way he's throwing the ball, he's thrown first pitch strikes to less than 40% of the batters that he's faced, and yet he's still pitching well. And we're in the middle of this ball game.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily.
Just keeping an eye on him.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, he's got to get with the program here. Now, that's an important run down there at third. He can't be chasing pitches like that.
And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Now a move over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cards strand a couple. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Number 19 will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so far.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Nolan Arenado stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
1 out, nobody on. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Second strikeout for him here in the inning. Make that 9 now in the ball game. And he is just carving these guys up right now.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Little dribbler back at him. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Nick Savage comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Gonna be a tough play. A quick out number one.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. And he falls behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Peter Borges is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But a foul ball here, 0-1. On his way to pitch number 75. And here's a ball hit in the air. Montero waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Cardinals. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Sammy Sosa will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. And the pitch on 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
Anthony Rizzo will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch on its way. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. A runner at first with no outs here. There he goes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He was hoping he'd get him to go up the ladder there, but that's going to set up an even more dangerous pitch here on 3-1.
Here's a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. It's a full count now, 3-2.
That's exactly what you got to do against a good fastball hitter. Keep him guessing and don't let him sit on the hard stuff, even in a fastball count.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Stepping in, Javier Baez. He drew a walk his first time up. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. A throw behind the runner at second. Runner's back. Now a spin and another throw back to second, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Oh-1, here's the pitch. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike one or strike two, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike three, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that fastball's still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Popped high in the air. McGuire is under it near the mound. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One left for the Cubs. We are still scoreless. Jay Lee will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the sixth inning.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Rizzo is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
David Lee stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he had troubles back in the fourth, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
John Jay will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Too high, 1-2.
And if he got caught chasing the high fastball on 0-1, you can bet he's going to see another one on 0-2. Good job to lay off that one.
The 1-2 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Arismendi Alcantara will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Here's the first pitch to him. Lays off 1-0. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Into the box, Chris Coughlin. As he'll take a changeup here for strike one.
Well, this has been a pretty good ball game out of a guy who really hasn't pounded the strike zone. He's only thrown a first pitch strike to 40% of the hitters that he's faced, and yet look where he's standing right here, getting it done.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
The 0-2 delivery. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
You want to see what a good hard slider can do when you get it in on the label? Here you go in show motion. That is effective pitching, let me tell you.
Standing in now, number 19. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
And whoa, there's a swing he'd like back. It's 2-1 now.
Boy, I think 2-0, and you're the pitcher, you got to be taken.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still no score. Michael Lee will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time.
Lee.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Alcantara moving in. 1 out.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Mark McGuire stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Comes set. Now the pitch. A pitch out. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. We are still scoreless. Nolan Arenado comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Lee. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. You've shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Ben Zobrist will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Here it comes. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Huh. He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
1 out, nobody on. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
And the term pitcher's duel doesn't even do justice to what we've had here so far. As you can see on the graphic, 2 dominating performances and 2 shutouts to this point from our 2 starters.
Sammy Sosa will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Going for his 15th strikeout. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Nick Savage will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Nick Savage.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Nope.
Down and away, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up high, 2-1 now. Grounded to 3rd. Arenado's got it. Throw on to 1st in time, 1 away.
The catcher,
Our line score there says it all to this point, or if you prefer, it doesn't say anything. 0-0 our score, as you start to wonder if anyone's going to play to run in this one. Yadier Molina will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Coughlin going back, still going back. Gone! A solo shot here to left, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Oh, hard to pick a better spot than this to come up with your first home run of the year. This is a location mistake, pure and simple, and he doesn't miss it. He drives this one over the wall to give his guys the lead.
Here's Peter Borges standing in.
Peter Borges.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
And you kind of figure that after giving up the long ball to the previous guy, the last thing he's thinking about is the next guy coming up there to bunt. So that's a pretty good time to try it, but ultimately, it just doesn't work out this time.
Matt Adams will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 32, Matt Adams.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. After it is Coughlin. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
And, you know, they were not catching up to that fastball early on, but they're catching up to it now. You can see he's all over this one and just waffles this thing. Rips it all the way to the wall, and he's into second with 2 bases.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit after a good 7 2/3, but he'll also be on the hook for the L unless things get turned around here. Randy Logan is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Randy Logan.
David Lee will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ball game. Maybe something will change for him.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hot shot to third. Arenado has it. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. Cardinals get 1 in the inning thanks to Yadier Molina. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. It's now 1-0 St. Louis. Paul Lee is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 15, Paul Lee.
Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Now, you can't take any more pitches like that. You don't like it, you got to at least try and fight it off.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His 3rd strikeout in the game. And I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beat. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach there.
Stepping in now, Javier Baez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Here it comes, 0-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Lee on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
We see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike one. Tap foul at home plate. One strike from the shutout. Here it comes. Drilled down the line. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Roy Valentine will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Roy Valentine.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball right side. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals have taken the rubber match of this three-game set as this ball game is over.
Wow, just a really great game to watch from beginning to end. A well-pitched 1-0 ball game. This is just a broadcaster's dream.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 1-0. So long from St. Louis.
Our final line score this afternoon. First, for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven. and remind you to please drive home safely.